all the ladies, independent and 50. Listen up right now, because I've got some things that you need to know about your money when you're turning 50. Women don't naturally talk about money. You won't catch us at the golf course or drinking beers with our buddies talking about the stock market. It's our use of the relationships that we have and our understanding of our approach of life and how we blend that into our financial plan that really makes us shine. And that's what we're going to be talking about in this video, especially for those of you who are turning age 50. Now, you might be approaching age 50 and it feels like things are getting real. And so you've done a little bit of frantic Google searching and hey, you landed here on this channel. You're in the right place, let me tell you that. If you'd like, stick around and subscribe to this channel for regular pleasant financial conversation. And I also have an online community that you're welcome to jump to over on Facebook, where we have regular conversations about money and all that you need to know. I'll see you there. Turning 50 is a wake-up call. You know that you want the retirement, the vacations, the ease of life, and yet you also know that maybe you haven't paid the attention that you wanted to or could have with your finances to set you up a little bit better by this time. So here are 5 things that you need to know about your money when you turn 50. The first thing that you need to know is that Social Security is based on a calculation that uses 35 years of your work history. If you happen to be someone who has jumped out of the workforce to care for children or a parent or an ailing spouse, you might have some goose eggs in there that are not helping that Social Security calculation. So for every year you continue to work, it improves that calculation and kicks out some of those goose eggs. The second thing that you need to know, unfortunately, is that the average age of widowhood is 59. It's a lot earlier than we think it's going to be. And so my question to you is, when is the last time you have reviewed those legal documents that you had created? Maybe in your early 20s, maybe when you first had children, or God forbid, hopefully you have created them at least one time in life, but you need to revisit those because life has changed pretty drastically. So go back, look at that will, that power of attorney, that living will, the healthcare directive, and maybe you have that special HIPAA form. Get those checked out by an attorney. Make sure they are up to date, accurate, and say what you want to have done with your stuff when you pass away or when you become debilitated. The third thing that you need to know is that you're entering a 10-year window where you are at a higher earning potential than you've probably ever been in your life. And also your expenses are likely becoming drastically lower as your kids are leaving the nest. Praise Jesus. So you got a little extra slush fund coming in. And you have 2 options. You can either continue those impulse buys on Amazon or Facebook at 9 p.m. at night, or you can bump up your retirement savings, catch up for less time, and feel really good about where your finances are sitting. Your choice. The fourth thing that you need to know is that women live longer. And so therefore we are more likely to have to encounter a nursing home at some point in our life. So if you know that you have relatives who have had to use a nursing home at some point in their life, and there is a higher likelihood that you might have to as well, now is the optimal time for you to start shopping out long-term care insurance to see what's the right fit, what's the right model, and how you can fit it into your expenses while your income is higher. The fifth thing that you need to know is that don't count yourself out yet. Your money can still double or maybe even triple depending on the type of return that you get in the next 15 years until retirement. So what you need to know is the rule of 72. The rule of 72 says that you can figure out how quickly your money will double, assuming that you know how much time that you have. So if you know that you have 15 years, you take 72 divided by 15, and you will know that you need a 4.8% return every year in order to double your money by retirement age. Anytime life gives you a wake-up call, you have 2 options. You can hit that snooze button, or you can get up, take a deep breath, stretch, and step into your new reality. You may be aching for clarity on what the future looks like with your money. When you have $250,000 or more to invest, we enter into a 1-to-1 ongoing engagement. And I do 2 things for you. 1, I help you invest your money in the best way for you, for your facts and circumstances. And number 2, I walk alongside you one-on-one to help you map out what your financial plan looks like and help you implement it along the way. It's very conversational. We unearth different desires that you've had that maybe you've never given yourself the permission to look at, and see how we can make those a reality much quicker. When you have less than $250,000 to invest, then I suggest you enter into my 1-month financial planning program called Energize Your Financial Flow. In that program, it's fast-paced and fun and helps you realize what it is that you are wanting to create for yourself. And through a series of conversations, we show you what is possible and what steps you need to automate in order to help you get to that goal. All right, friends, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. And when you're ready to enter that conversation, that financial planning conversation, reach out to me on my website, www.pleasantwealth.com, and set a meeting. Until next time, friends, you take care.